What's going on, world? Just days removed from the tragic events, the Unbiased Podcast definitely has to start the show off with a tribute to the late, great, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. So we're going to give him an 8-second moment of silence before we do anything else. Kobe! Y'all know what it is, man.
That bitch was loud when we did it off camera.
Weak ass song.
It is what it is, man. But nah, definitely, again, like I said, you know what it is, man. It's the Unbiased Podcast. Back at the helm this week, under center. I am your host, Chef DBIC, the $1 Million Man. Of course, the gang is all here. My bros is with me.
We in the building.
King Jones, Bias Bud is out, made 5K. Of course, like I said, man, we're just days removed from such a earth-shattering, a shocking event. You know, there's no other way we could start this week's episode off aside from, you know, picking up, you know, with the mention, Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, the 7 other passengers on the flight that unfortunately lost their lives, man. Just kind of want to kick it off with that and kind of ask everybody, you know, a week later, now that some of the initial shock has worn off, man, where's everybody at with it? I know it's still kind of on everybody's mind, on everybody's heart. So, any initial feedback on where we are with the Kobe story?
Yeah, you see like that meme on Facebook where it be like nobody, then like 10 minutes later, it be like damn Kobe.
Right.
That's where I'm at, yo. It's just still like you turn on the TV, it's still like not Kobe, because it's like. Even though we all died, but Kobe, like I seen somebody say this, like they heard the helicopter went down, and like they thought that Kobe like jumped out with the parachute. Even though it sounds so unrealistic, I thought the same shit.
It's no way you can go back. It's like you gonna figure something out.
Yeah, like Kobe, fuck, you know, superhero. Like he ain't supposed to go out like that, but.
But I don't even think you moved yet. Where you at with everything? Kind of like you
honestly,
I caught you in the trance for a second.
Nah, I was listening, man. Just, you know, locked into the moment. But honestly, I'm a lot better this week. To be quite honest with you, I haven't really thought about it as much. A lot of other stuff, just life, you know. Life at the end of the day, it goes on. It's like me seeing, not to make it about nobody else, but it's like me seeing Braun on Instagram today dancing with his son on TikTok, and somebody underneath the comments was like, damn, you over it already? And it's like, at some point, you know, life got to go on. And it's like, you know, and it's like, he said, I didn't even see that meme or GIF or whatever it's called. But like that damn Kobe moment, it's several times throughout the day where I think, and honestly, I think about Gigi a lot more than him, to be quite honest with you. Because it's like with Kobe, it's like, I'm going to see it all the time. And it's like, I wore his shoes like almost every day this week. You know, little small things, but it's like, you know, it's just like anytime I see it or think about it, it's like, damn, Kobe Bryant is dead. It's almost like just wow, like it's totally different to me. It was the saddest day in sports history, and it was nothing like any other person I think died in our lifetime.
Me?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Bud. I just think Kobe like literally stopped the world. Like,
Facts.
you know, Kobe, I'd have never thought. Like even when, you know, I hit the group text and I'm like,
yeah, because you definitely broke as far as our circle, you definitely broke the news.
I'm like, am I tripping? But we talking about being here, so it's just an unfortunate situation, man. One of the greatest players ever. I wasn't even a fan of Kobe, the basketball player, but it's just unfortunate. And it's hard to watch basketball. It's hard to, and like Bud say, like you kind of get over it, but every time the NFL Super Bowl, you see the shit up there. They had a moment of silence for Kobe.
By the way, that was all great for everybody to show love.
What else was it? It was just a lot of things. Philippines, like he's global. Like Kobe's probably the biggest thing that we grew up with in our life. We ain't grew up with Michael Jackson. We ain't really grew up with Prince. And we grew up with Bing.
As far as literally growing up with him, he only like he less than 10 years older than us. So that's like the same generation.
Right. So it's just definitely.
It's like it's probably 1A now, but I would say in the sense of the order of it, it's like 1B to Aaliyah. Because I feel like Aaliyah was ours. Even though like she was older than us too. I feel like she was ours.
And not to downplay Aaliyah.
Not just me though. I feel like she was ours.
Not to downplay Aaliyah.
That was my wife.
That's
a personal thing.
Not to downplay Aaliyah in her greatness. But Kobe literally stopped the world.
No, facts.
And that too, and this might not be popular, man, but Leah only talked about this like because she did Like,
No, I think she was on her way though. I think a lot of people seen it.
Hey, that's not get off
it's the
that.
difference. She on her way. Kobe,
No, true.
Kobe was great.
Right.
But I
get what
That's a
you're
fair
saying.
point.
I'm just saying for our generation, because our generation remember that, and that like was a part of like, I don't remember where I was.
And this a weird thing about
to me, that's just, I'm just saying that part about it.
And that's a weird thing about the Kobe death. It's people that don't watch sports that strongly affected.
And that's the thing about it for me. If I just to answer that initial question, is what my reaction is now, and I'm well documented. I did not root for Kobe as a basketball fan. Like, in fact, I was strongly against Kobe.
I slept good when the Lakers lost.
Exactly. So the thing is. So because and the thing about sports you have to remember, quick side note is, of course, sports, when we say we fans, that's short for fanatic. It's not always logical or realistic. So sometimes we do take it a little bit more personal than it's supposed to be. So for a long time, I despised Kobe even outside, realistically, even outside the game of basketball. And I only mention that because, so, of course, like when it's somebody who you don't root for, you don't read the articles about their life and you don't, pay attention to the things they do outside because you're not a fan of them. But now, in his passing, I'm learning so much more about just Kobe the man outside of basketball. And this, I think, is you could truly say, bro was a philosopher down there.
Facts.
He was like legit. He was different. That nigga was.
I ain't
go ahead,
cut you off. Like me as a sports fan, I never liked Kobe, but I always respected him. And like I kind of can separate like me going, because I grew up with nothing but Laker fans. So like he said, I slept good when the Lakers lost. That would be some of the best nights when they lost. Because when that nigga was playing, it ain't happened a lot. You know, certain times, and when had his his downfall, whatever, and his bad couple years with Kwame and them. But either way, it was like that nigga was something different, and I always would give that respect. Like I want to lighten it up a little bit. And I know you're the host tonight, but just saying, I want to ask a question. I was a fan of motherfucking Kobe when the nigga was struggling, but I will also say that 2006-07 was the best year of solo basketball I ever seen in my life. Even after the year Harden shit did. What memories y'all got of Kobe?
Memories?
Basketball wise. Like great moments. Like that nigga is like a bad, like watching that shit, like I don't fuck with him, for real. But I would be like, God damn, that nigga's a problem.
If I could be honest,
just one.
If I could give you one, it'll probably be his last game. Like I was literally in the house, like shoot that
bitch. Which is crazy.
Get out of the way. Move D. Russell. Move Randall. Shoot that bitch. They was down like 15.
That's the thing. He won them the game.
Shoot that bitch.
He went the most Kobe way.
He won them the game. That's the crazy shit about it.
And you know the beautiful thing about that game, I watched it, they replayed it. Byron Russell was Byron Scott was the coach. He walked up to Kobe with like 8 minutes left. He said, "You got 8 minutes left in them old ass legs." Kobe it. Kobe couldn't even stand up for real, but he was shooting that bitch. They was moving. And this is really weird. When I was in the Dominican Republic, right, I ran into Shelvin Mack. So we all sitting down. And I turned to Shelvin Mack. Yo, can I ask you a real question?
I didn't even know what Shelvin Mack looked like outside of a jersey.
I'm a sports fan.
He a football player. They got a finish.
So I asked Shelvin Mack. This is a true story.
You see him in the jersey, that's Shelvin Mack, not in real life.
I asked the nigga Shelvin Mack. I said, yo, I got a question to ask you. He's like, what's up? I said, who the hardest person for you to guard in the NBA? He said, Russell Westbrook. I said, okay. I said, I got another question, He was with his girl and everything. I said, how you let Kobe score 60 on you? He said, man, them niggas was cheating. And I was tripped off that.
That's hilarious.
But that was that was my favorite Kobe moment ever. And I don't like Kobe.
If I had to pick one, just to jump in there real quick, my favorite Kobe moment, or my most memorable Kobe moment, as a growing up, my favorite players was Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, right? And so when KG got traded to Boston, and it was, they were the favorites to win the championship.
Which year was this? The first one or the second one?
The first year.
Okay.
The first year, it was like, all right, they became the favorites to win it. At that time, Kobe was coming off of first round exits in Phoenix 2 years in a row. Then they got Pau Gasol, mid-season trade. Immediately upon getting Pau Gasol, them niggas ran off like a dumbass streak and went to first place in the West and was right there. And mind you, as someone who rooted against Kobe, all I could do was just shake my head like, this motherfucker back at it in another championship run with good odds to win it. So like, the fear was there. As a KG fan, and at the time I was rooting for Boston, I was just like, God,
I gotta add my hand up. This nigga's back.
But they lost that year.
They did. I'm saying,
he was back though. He won MVP that year.
It was just crazy how they went from.
Yeah, they lost to
He won MVP that year.
Yeah, and then they doubled back. Went back.
What's your moment?
My favorite Kobe moment ever.
What you just think of? You know, it's a lot of them. Like I agree with you.
I got a lot of them, but
off the jump.
I said this on live last week. My favorite joint is in the 2000 finals.
Yeah,
against Indiana, when Shaq fouled out. He hit the 3 jumpers in a row. I ain't like Kobe before that. But after that, I was like, yo, this nigga a dog, yo.
Get it done.
He got it up on him.
One of the things I want to look at in remembering Kobe and just kind of observing the whole scenario of his death and the way it was covered, I want to look at the media response. One of the things that stood out to me, I don't know if you guys paid attention to it, but TMZ, they broke the story. When you first put it in the group chat that Kobe had passed, I immediately went online, and the only source was TMZ. I went to CNN, I went to Fox News, I went to MSNBC, I went to all of the major publications, and nobody else had nothing. So for a while, it was still like, I don't know. Fast forward a little bit, when it was all said and done, everything that TMZ reported
was accurate.
The
weird thing about it, though, all them other media outlets is responsible to get it right.
But here's the thing, TMZ also suffered a lot of backlash.
Absolutely.
A lot of people was mad at TMZ.
Absolutely.
Because they broke the story so fast.
Absolutely.
So fast that it had not yet been confirmed by the LAPD or the coroner's office.
Right.
So I'm curious, what do y'all think? Do y'all think the media holds an obligation to wait, or just that general media response in general? What do y'all think about that?
They should, because they shape so much of the conversation. They shape so much of the culture in the world and the way things are talked about. So if you have that power and just say like, yeah, you went to look at MSNBC or NBC and things like that. A lot of people do that, and they say, well, all right, I like Fox. So I go to Fox and Fox said that, then that's automatically true. Right? So like if you had that type of weight over people, you should want to get it right than being first. That's so much news now. They want to be first, but let's be real. It's fucking 300-something million people in the world. Like everybody don't watch CNN. Like if you got something to say that's on ABC, they gonna tune in and watch it on ABC too.
Did you feel any kind of way about the way TMZ conducted everything or the way the story developed?
As a human, I felt like they should have probably waited, but TMZ make their money off breaking everything first. They got like a 98% accurate rate. They broke when Prince died, when Michael died. They didn't. I doubt they waited till Joe Jackson found out. You get what I'm saying? I doubt they waited till the family found out. So I just feel like,
cause that I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just feel like I really believe that Kobe's family found out he died from TMZ.
No, and that's the thing. That was exactly the point I was about to make. But
and to me that's not right.
Assuming that's true, is that an issue though?
And to me that's not right, because I mean, you see, human nature, people complain when they find out something on Facebook and they're related to somebody. Like, damn, my cousin died, and I ain't even get the text, but you seen it on Facebook. You wake up to it. So I just think, but TMZ doesn't have that obligation to get their facts right or get the news right.
They're a news publication.
But they're not.
Why? Because the perception is they're a gossip.
They're a gossip. They're a gossip column for real, right? They're like gossip.
Yeah, but me, you want to jump in there? Go ahead, bud.
Absolutely. For me, it's bigger than TMZ, honestly. To say, I said it before. The first place I saw it was Hollywood Unlocked on Instagram, and I always say this about anything with celebrities: the streets gonna give you the news quicker than the media places will. Like with Kobe, I was wishing the shit was alive so bad that when I saw it on Hollywood Unlocked, I'm a 3-source person. If I see it in 3 different places, it's probably true.
Right.
I saw it on Hollywood Unlocked. I saw it on TMZ. I saw it on another fucking media site that I follow. Not even on sports sites yet. So then I go to Google, typed it in. Nothing negative about Kobe. Still putting out LeBron shit. So I'm like, might be some bullshit. But just like the first thing come to my mind was Nipsey. First place I seen it was street ass, media ass, gossipy ass, Instagram sites. Like, alright, they said it. Damn. I think Nipsey really did. And then before you know it, the real media places get a hold of it. Even though in this situation, like with Kobe, the media places are also the same places that reported false fucking claims about like the daughters.
And that's the thing. Like, if you
so that's my issue with the media. And I don't want to cut off like I ain't going to introduce it. I say it, but like the fucking need to be first is the issue. To me, TMZ is like you said, people that got 98% of being right. What can you say about that?
And that's the
everybody not got no morals,
and that's the
but they fucking right. So take the truth. It is what it is. They don't care about your feelings.
Everybody's so mad at
Why do you
TMZ.
expect something from
But again,
them?
I just can't reiterate enough. They was TMZ. Everything they said was correct.
They don't care.
Then you had other what we consider legitimate or more, traditional media publications.
All fucked up.
Oh, they had this shit all fucked up. They had us thinking that all four of
Crushing,
that's ABC.
Rick Fox died.
That's ABC.
Goddamn, first they said the helicopter caught on fire. Then they said it hit. I mean, just all kinds
4 people, 5 people.
9 people. I mean, it was all kinds of inaccurate publications or stories that was reported by what we consider the legitimate news. So, I don't know, man. Like, any final words on that, John?
Go ahead. I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like the morally thing right to do is wait.
Facts.
But just be honest. You think Woj dropped that bomb? You know what I mean? Before Kobe White found out.
I absolutely do. In
all
honesty,
and Woj did it in the sports world first.
I feel like certain people that in the sports world that we like, at least for me, that I look at like they carry themselves at a certain level of doing things. TMZ and them, and this is the thing what I say about American people, period, to close out, just for me at least. Stop expecting shit from people that don't give a fuck. But TMZ's whole thing is to be first. They don't care about feelings.
Though. And I can't blame TMZ.
It's not their job.
If y'all remember,
I don't either.
A couple years ago, ESPN got sued because when Jason Pierre-Paul had the 4th of July accident,
firework with the hand.
The firework, they released his fucking medical record. That they showed like the actual X-ray of his hand with amputated fingers and shit. Like they released the actual photograph of his. So what does that mean? That means that ESPN paid somebody at that hospital for that information.
Every story comes with a price. That's
so
what TMZ
if TMZ is wrong, are they any different?
Everybody wrong, but the thing is, it's easy to be wanting to be first when that ain't you. What's the black dude name that was on TMZ?
Is it Van Lathan or is it the other one? Is it Van Lathan or
the one got into the joint with Kanye?
The dreads?
I think it was Van Lathan because he don't work there anymore.
Right. Now I just seen something with him on YouTube and they was asking about the show and he said he didn't really realize what they did until he was on the other side of the story.
Right.
And people were reporting things that weren't true about him.
Right.
And in due time, the same things that happened to them.
Right.
Well, speaking of things being true or not, of course, one of the most controversial things about Kobe, and I only ask this question. Here's the thing: I'm gonna leave with the fact that the man was acquitted, charges were dismissed. But I'm curious how y'all feel about certain news anchors who chose in those initial moments. We're talking about day one.
Washington Post,
CNN. We're talking about on day one of this man's passing. They want to bring up, of course, the 2003 sexual assault charges. Is that fair ball or is that foul ball?
I mean, reality of life is people can always bring up something. I don't know if it's true. We don't know what happened. Like, truth be told. That's just the LA Times put a report out today saying something about woman that was abused or sexual assault feels like they're being ignored because of Kobe died now. Like, you know what I mean? They're glorifying Kobe so much that you forget about the victim. Like, it's just an unfortunate situation.
It was dismissed. So
I mean,
he's not guilty.
Settled in civil court, not guilty, whatever. Like, that's just what happened. But at the end of the day, you have to have taste. You can't have distasteful comments or tweets or anything in the moment of chaos. Like, that was just distasteful.
I want Bud to touch on that one just for a simple reason. Here's the thing, right? I got him this time, y'all. Look, because it's easy to, in one sense, yes, it did happen. He really did say that. Look, hold on, but I got you though. He did go through that sexual assault case.
Facts.
But here's the thing. It just feel like as a black man, I know you like to be colorblind, and we all.
I don't like to be colorblind. That's what my own people say.
Right. So I know you are colorblind, but it just feels like.
When did I say I like to be colorblind?
Hold on. Right. Whatever you. It's just what it is.
It's like word semantics.
But the point is, it just feels like to me this is another case of a black man being targeted in the media. Like
facts.
When we talk about some of our white counterparts, they don't bring up all of the unfavorable shit in their history. You talk about George Washington, they don't say he was a slave owner.
Yeah.
Well, Big Ben.
So what are you asking me?
What did you think about those people bringing up Kobe Bryant's?
It's fucked up. I think I said it I might not have texted y'all, might have texted somebody else. As soon as I was watching all the different shit, you know me, I'm the type of person when something bad happened, I can't get enough of it. I watch the 9/11 shit all the time. Not because I like it.
Yo, you are really.
I'm different. I tell people all the time, emotionally I'm wired differently than people. So
when things bad happen, I can't get enough of it.
Not in a negative sense.
Shit.
I'll be locked into moments. I'm wired differently emotionally. I know we all built to die. It's certain things that certain stuff happens that I don't understand. Like with Kobe, I could kind of make reasoning for it. With his daughter, I couldn't. Right. So stuff like that is like, damn to me. Like, and it's still sad. It's like, nobody, what you don't understand what I said? With Kobe, I can make reasoning for it. Like, I could justify.
Don't go all basic.
All right, bet. So, my stance on it, I think it was fucked up. Pretty much. It's not a thing of race to me. That's what I always say to y'all, don't see color. It's a simple thing of wrong or right. The man just died. The first thing you want to do is bring up, like the way my ignorant mind think, when you just made the statement about man, I know people saying the victims saying they forget about me. Yes, people been forgot about the fucking girl that Kobe raped. What's her name? I bet you nobody would care. Not even the person that was people that care about rape victims. They don't know her name. But they gonna say they care in the sense of this, just to be with it. Just like the dude brought it up. Or the lady brought it up, because I seen a lady do it first.
Time out though, but you can't downplay.
I'm not downplaying it.
I'm saying what clarify that.
No,
you can't downplay.
I'm not downplaying that just like she downplayed Kobe's career. I'm not downplaying it. She chose to pick out one bad moment over a whole career of good moments.
But
I'm not downplaying.
But this is what you have to understand.
It's all perception. People gonna take what I just said.
It's not even perception.
So I'm happy you said it.
It's not even.
I didn't downplay nobody getting raped.
It's not even perception.
I didn't.
Your NBA career and your legal problems are two separate things.
He's a human being. He's a human.
But the point is,
the statement or not about being human.
But at a certain time, it get to be bullshit. Cause like for example,
bullshit. What you mean?
All right, bullshit in the sense that the lady who is I don't know if she's the grandchild or great grandchild of Walt Disney, but she's one of the heiresses.
Shit, I don't even know about.
All right, so she's one of the heiresses of Disney.
Right.
And she released a comment a couple of days ago talking about Kobe Bryant and calling him a rapist, saying she has no sympathy. I mean, just
truthfully, she has the right to feel that way.
No, but just listen though. All you have to do is go in there. You can Google Walt Disney and pedophile, and it's going to be a lot of material that comes. So that's what I'm saying. So when it's a black person, that's what we want to focus on.
And I meant to answer that part of it since you called me out about it. It's almost like I said earlier about TMZ. Why do we expect white people to call out white people? Just like people get mad at Oprah for calling out black people. Why do you expect? She ain't wrong for calling out black people. The first thing black people say is, why don't you call out the white ones? No, we want white people to get on TV and say, oh, Harvey Weinstein fucking up. Get him out of here. But the thing is that all colors should call out wrong. That's why I always say it's above color. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Everybody should call out a motherfucker doing wrong. Everybody should call out a motherfucker doing right. Like I said before, a bad person can do great things, a great person can do bad things. Kobe was a great person that made a fucking mistake. From what I see out of his career, to me, my opinion, I don't know him.
What's the mistake? Cheating on his wife? Because truly,
that's adultery.
We truly don't know if he raped her or not.
That's why I go off what I know. From what I know in history, that's the only woman he cheated on her.
But as weird as that sound, though,
that's what I know.
But see, it's all, you feel me? But it's all about context.
That's how I look at it.
It's all about context too, because in the same statement, in the same situation, Kobe also did release a statement and said, even though I thought that night it was of legal consent,
like a real one,
after sitting down with her lawyers and talking to her face to face, I realized that it wasn't. So it's Kobe said these things himself.
Why was he guilty in court?
Because quote unquote the girl was scared to testify. And I'm not like what I'm sitting here really trying to say is, I'm glad ESPN had that accountability that when they talked about Kobe, they always said besides that one hiccup or that one situation, a lot of them acknowledged it because people was going to bring it up anyway.
And it's one thing I wanted to say before we moved on from that. It's almost like saying, look at the president of our country. controversy always sells. Saying some wild shit always sells. 90% of the media, 98% of the media worship Kobe and the world stopped. That 2% that went at him, it's going to be expected. It's going to be people that's going to take their moment. And at the end of the day, expect it or not, most people feel like, oh, you should have some type of morality, wait a day or two. The truth is that people that don't fuck with you, don't fuck with you. And they're not going to wait a moment a day later. And like my man say all the time, if I ain't fuck with you in life, in death, you a rapist. They looked at him when Kobe was alive, he was a rapist. And if anybody interviewed him and they say that, and he died, what they gonna say? So at the end of the day, it's just a fucked up timing. Because where's your sense of being a human? If that was your mother, a father, would you want somebody to come out today and be like, yeah, she did cheat on my dad once? I said, come on, like,
hell no.
But people don't care about other people.
But you know what bothers me?
Period.
These cowards, they kind of waited till he died to say this. He been still. They ain't say I ain't seen it when he got a Grammy. I ain't see all these, like you. Be consistent.
Oh man, I seen a lot of artists.
I'm just saying. Be consistent. That's all.
Before we close this out, man, because we could just something we could go on with for literally all day. I know you had made a point off the record when we was talking about this being just Kobe's past and teaching you something about black men and the way we mourn and how we grieve. You want to touch on that real quick?
I just felt like Kobe dying. It was like I said, we all grew up with Kobe, 20 years. No matter how we look at it, we sports fanatics, whatever. He impacted some type of way, fatherhood, whatever. I just feel like when Kobe died, like Bud sent the text out like, yo, we all get together. Bud went check on his homie. I'm calling him around. It's like we really had like a band of brothers moment where we literally mourned, you know what I mean, a person we never met a day in our life together. You know what I mean? I shed a few tears for Kobe just on the simple fact of, like, I couldn't imagine what he went through at that moment with his child, or any parent on there went through with their child at that moment, or it gave me a fear of not even wanting to bring kids into this world. If that's a possibility that can happen, it scared the fuck out of me. So I just felt like at that moment we became human because most of us deal with our emotions by ourselves.
And I like how you phrased that. Typically that's something that, you know, men in general, but especially black men, a lot of times we keep our emotions very close to the vest and we grieve and mourn.
But we couldn't do it in this one. Shaq couldn't do it. T-Mac couldn't do it.
So it was a lot, this is one of the few times I've seen a lot of black men cry. I've seen a lot of men cry on TV and in real life. So.
I think Kobe definitely taught a lot of people, man, leave it on the table, man. Yeah. Mob mentality all 2020. You just gotta stick with it, man. Stick to your guns. Have a plan.
I got one more thing to say about Kobe though, yo. It's funny, he was like, what you say, like, you can understand Kobe a little bit more than his daughter. Like, passing away.
Him passing away, absolutely.
What bothers me is, I felt like we had Kobe for so many years that when he finally went home, him dying made me feel like, damn, I felt like I've had him more
than he had his stuff.
Than he had his own family. And I could, I could be totally wrong, but that's just what it feels like.
The game, man. He said all his own money.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just like,
man, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
It just hurt in that aspect.
Rest in peace. We got more to come real quick. 1,
2, 4.
Breaking news.
That's perfect time.
That really is perfect time.
That shit was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Kobe, baby. Yes.
All right, y'all. We back with more of the Unbiased Podcast, man. We gotta, pay our respects to Kobe. We done that, but it's time to pick the energy back up, right? We can't. Like LeBron said, man. It's not about mourning. Now we're going into celebration mode. So in that spirit, man, we want to go in a more lighthearted direction. And one of the things that we also wanted to do was to increase the fan engagement. All you listeners out there, man, we need y'all to be more engaged with the podcast. So we need y'all feedback. We need y'all to, like, subscribe, but also communicate with us, talk to us, right? So one of the things that we decided to do this week is a new segment that we can call This or That. And what we did was we had a lot of our friends and followers, we had them text us different questions, just shit that we just consider for the culture, just different debates. And they want us to weigh in and kind of use our influence to settle some of these debates.
Settle the score.
We can settle the score.
Right.
But also, we need you guys as fans, this is very important, to comment on this give your feedback so we can truly come to a consensus as what the culture believes, all right?
Right.
So we're going to jump it off, again, following up right on with the previous segment. One of the questions that was sent to us over the last couple of days, I like this one. This is a sports question, and we do have questions in the area of sports, music, entertainment, and general life. This is a sports question. Kobe number 8 or Kobe number 24? But who you got? 8 or 24?
24 easily.
24?
24 easily.
To win the game or to outperform?
24. I mean, is the question saying like give me 8 or 24?
Well, this
24.
Said,
24 got an
8.
MVP. 24 got 2 rings. With them 2 rings, his head is no Shaq. 24 is the guy that put everything on his back. 24 dropped 60 on his last game.
So the question
24 is what everybody's saying.
This just
right
says 8 versus 24, but I'm gonna freak it this way, Jones. I know you're a hooper, so game of 1-on-1. Number 8 Kobe versus number 24 Kobe.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8. We talking game. If we just talking like a real game, I would take 24. But one-on-one is a different game.
Neither one of them niggas pass the ball, so it don't matter if it's 5 on 5. 1-on-1.
See,
8 passed it on more.
See, this is what I mean. First, I don't even know where you're from. I almost called you a bum ass parole nigga, but I don't even know where you're from. But you don't know the difference. It's a big difference between playing 5-on-5 and playing 1-on-1. So we just talking 1-on-1. I'm gonna take 8 because 8 is more raw. He's more athletic.
So 124, 18.
I said 8, nigga.
I said 124, 18.
I think 8 will beat 24 1-on-1. I think 8 was better than 24. 24 was more tactical. He understood the court, but 8 beat some legends. 8 dropped to 81. 8 dropped to 81.
24 beat the Boston.
But it was old as shit. That's called a
No. We're not gonna do that.
8.
Good point.
But let's be real.
Be precise.
8 beat the Nets. Hall of Fame was on 8. The Nets.
They got swept back.
No, the question was who's gonna win 1-on-1.
No,
I'm just saying.
His resume right now.
I'm just saying. 8 didn't lose no playoff games, but 1.
I feel like even in a game of 20, in a game of 1-on-1, 24 was a little more savvy. He knew the tricks of the trades, a little more polished.
I think 8 played against better comp.
I don't know. I'm a vote for 24 myself. So
we got.
So it's a tie.
So now we need the people. We need y'all to vote. Number 8 Kobe or number 24 Kobe. This is a game of 1-on-1. Or however you want to freak, we don't care. But 8 or 24. We need y'all to decide. Moving on from that one. Another sports question. This one, I like this question too. So NFL or NBA? This is a more general question. So better league. You more of an NBA fan or an NFL fan, Jones?
It's tough, right? Because I was a ball player, so like I watch basketball, but it's everything around football is just different. Like, so I would rather watch football than watch basketball.
I want to look at it from a different perspective, in the sense of why. I know you asked in the fan perspective, but I look at it as like, because me, I look at NFL and NBA as like which one I'd rather be. Like if I could put myself in one of them shoes, in this NBA easily, you don't even know these NFL niggas unless you're the superstar. You can walk by them and not even know who they are unless you're a true college fan into that. Man, give me the NBA contract, the NBA lifestyle, the NBA shoes, the NBA everything, easily, hands down.
Me, I think the NFL got the biggest spectacle in sports, but I'm an NBA guy. I take NBA over NFL. I'd rather watch that 7-game series than the Super Bowl. But the one thing I like about the NFL though, Sundays is religious.
That is true.
It's not for.
That's what I'm saying.
It's religious. We know on Sunday, you text every Sunday when you watching the game.
And I'm gonna also say this though.
The most religious thing on Sundays is some gladiator shit.
I don't personally. I gotta go with NFL just on the simple fact that I feel like nothing happening in the NBA could satisfy me as much as if the Redskins was to win the Super Bowl. That would be like my most joyful moment as a sports fan. So I gotta go with NFL fan.
No, stop. Go first. Stop. I love you. Don't even do that.
I got one.
I love that you said that, and I'm gonna have a great rebuttal for you later.
No, but I want to say something right now. Tell me that nothing ever felt like this NBA offseason leading to this. I don't even know what NFL trades and offseason shit even matter. It might be one. This NBA offseason just having free agency. The NBA whole feeling is different. But I gotta say, even though Sunday's religious, I gotta agree with y'all. Sundays is something different. NFL special. But it's 2 NBAs, 2 NFLs.
God damn. So again, we have a tie. We need the unbiased fan base.
This shit is not on purpose.
This really not.
This is all live shit, so we're not doing this on purpose, but we need y'all to help settle this. All right, moving on. Another sports question. All right, I like this question. I like all the questions, obviously, but
Nigga, you wrote them. Of course you do.
I framed them, nigga. I just took what the fans sent us and I repurposed it.
Okay.
All right. So this one, if you could put yourself in the shoes of an athlete, so we can start with Bud on this one because he just saw himself as an athlete in the last question. Would you rather be a Hall of Famer with no ring, and it don't matter what sport, but a Hall of Famer with no ring, or a quality role player with several rings?
Hall of Famer, but a Hall of Famer that to me, like, you know, kind of did it the right way. Because you could be a Hall of Famer that was looked at as like a jacker. And like, you was a selfish ass nigga. And it's like, you got the Hall of Fame off your numbers, but you ain't right. Because I don't want to be looking at, because I'm going to be honest, and this is the reason I said that. And I was never super gifted in no fucking sports or nothing. I was a role-playing ass nigga. So I definitely appreciate the Robert Horrys, the Paige Stoyakovich, the niggas, they gotta do their job. But if I really had to break it down into being I want to be a Hall of Famer. I put in the work to get there. Didn't matter my team, didn't matter where I was at. Niggas know my name. So one name or first name basis.
So you rather be C. Webb than Robert Ory?
Facts.
Me. Hall of Famer with no ring.
I was feeling like he wouldn't answer no damn.
I can't know.
I said I'd rather be the Hall of Famer. I said I don't want to be looked at as like, some people gonna look at a Hall of Famer like Tracy McGrady and say he just jacked. A real nigga that know the game gonna say how skilled he was. But niggas gonna look at it, oh, he went for scoring titles, not for nothing else.
Who ever even said that about McGrady?
Oh man, say he said it out of his own mouth when he was talking about him and Kobe. He was like, Kobe, stop fucking with me because I was chasing scoring titles, not rings. And like really being great.
Because he ain't had no damn team.
But Kobe looked at it differently. They had different relations. It ain't about that. Hall of Famer.
Me.
I think each of them both have their own unique perks. Like, but a lot of these role players selling their championship rings because they went broke. I'm a Hall of Famer. Put me in the Hall of Fame.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
Put me in the Hall of Fame, man.
Jones.
I'm Hall of Fame rings. Let me get mine.
And that's real life fact.
No. The unique thing about being a Hall of Fame. The unique thing about being a Hall of Famer with no rings, you still in elite company. It could be circumstances.
My name still matters.
I mean,
they both winners,
yo. You got niggas like remember David West? He gave up like I think it was like $13 million one year.
Yeah,
for one.
You have $11 million.
But real ballers know how nice David West was in first 9 years.
But David West is not Hall of Fame quality.
He could have been though. He could have
been. That's not consistently great. Let's not get off track.
He's not Hall of Fame. And that's why the conversation so unique.
Yeah, Hall of Fame. That's another reason.
Is Kenny in the Hall of Fame?
Kenny who?
Kenny Smith.
I don't know. Why would he be?
So listen to it. Shaq always get on Barkley about not having rings.
Because Barkley's a Hall of Famer.
But Kenny has rings.
He's not the same category.
So just look at it.
It seems like Shaq. It do seem like Shaq respect Kenny more.
No.
That's all within fun.
No, I know it's fun.
But the thing is, when you got great players, you didn't measure them by their rings.
Right.
And unless that great player is just that little bit much greater than other great players.
But in football, rings don't matter. If you was that guy, you was that guy. Period.
Ooh, I like this question.
Next.
So we can transition.
Landslide. You ain't say, but that's a landslide.
Okay, yeah. I just told you my favorite players was Allen Iverson and Kevin Garnett. So luckily KG got one late, but give them
they immortal. They forever.
Yeah,
they forever.
See, but they different though. See, that I don't want to talk.
How the fuck they different?
Cause they not Robert Horry. Kevin Garnett and Allen Iverson, some niggas with no rings.
That's the point you just made. Rather be in the Hall of Fame with no rings.
I was off for a second.
Yeah, it's all good. So no. Man, these your boys, right? This is a music question. I kind of categorize all these questions into different categorized into categories. You figure it out. But these guys, this person said that May was just talking about them always getting to the bag recently. Boyz II Men.
Right.
And they the greatest group. Boyz II Men versus Jodeci was the question.
Boyz II Men, easy. Wanye the GOAT.
Boyz II Men versus... I'm going to jump in with May. I agree with May this time. I'm going with Boyz II Men. Better singers, better catalog, greater legacy. Boyz II Men.
I mean, easily Boyz II Men. I feel like Jodeci is, I feel like Jodeci got the songs that like real niggas is rather hear fucking Jodeci than Boyz II Men. Boyz II Men got the motherly songs, the I love you songs. So, but at the end of the day, their album, their catalogs, they killing Jodeci. It's not even close.
But I can be honest with this. Jodeci.
We all want to hang with Jodeci.
When Jodeci came out, Jodeci. No, don't lie.
Jojo.
I'm just saying. But to be honest, Jodeci songs, like Jodeci, like Come and Talk to Me.
Oh yeah, them 5 and 6 is the
that
shit.
Screaming, that
No, you can't say. Look, don't do that. See, now you playing with you.
I'm sorry.
As I say, Jodeci.
13 and 14.
Every got 2 whole albums. That's
Love You for Life. Jodeci.
Second album.
This is what I'm saying.
And then
Jodeci singles.
See, that's separate.
And this is to be honest.
That counts.
No.
Jodeci singles are way above.
No.
It's depending on what we judging
I think
on.
they're bigger than Boyz II Men singles, but Boyz II Men catalog
bigger.
is great.
That should be real.
More cult classics.
Because I didn't answer yet. I will listen to Jodeci every day if I will ever. I don't even like Boyz II Men, but to answer the question, it's Boyz II Men.
That end of the road was.
That's exactly what I said.
I would never. You will never in my life ever hear me listen to Boyz II Men. I don't even like them. Only time I like them niggas is on Hey Lover.
And Mama on my.
That's what
I'm riding with.
You know why Boyz II Men? But you know why Boyz II Men trump Jodeci?
Don't.
Because the nigga used to always come in like, girl, you know I need you, baby.
So is it all right? So can we say this then? Boyz II Men can actually obviously sing better, but do Jodeci got a better catalog?
You think Wanye sing better than KC?
Yes.
Wanye sing better than everybody.
Wanye go. That nigga was just singing at the Kobe shit all night and rock the cut.
Know what this shit like?
I don't know.
This was battle rap, right? Give me a nigga who only got bars.
A nigga that only got bars?
Yeah.
So a nigga like
JC.
Perfect.
Boyz II Men like JC in a sense, right? But they like
And ballads.
But they super.
I get your angle.
And then Jodeci's like K-Shine. Somebody they can do
got
everything.
bars,
They
they
got
got
bars,
bars
and
and
performance.
They
Like,
do drugs.
That's what it boils down to.
Them niggas is the goats.
That's what it boils down to is if you try and
fuck, I'm taking my joint back. I'm going to Jodeci, nigga.
There's a time, man. No, Boyz II Men go. Boyz II Men bigger. Jodeci's
If
like
you try and get some ass, Jodeci obviously. If you try and fall in love, Boyz II Men.
First of all, that question right there, if you're trying to get some ass, Jodeci wins right there. Let's move on to the next question.
Say less. All right, another music question.
In the video.
She fell off though, just like Jodeci.
No, she's sick. You don't do that.
She is. I ain't know that.
You're right.
She's got a medal.
She's sick in her head. She fucked up.
Oh, another musical question.
Sorry.
This hip hop base. Old Atlanta versus New Atlanta. What's your preference?
Want me to start?
Yeah, of course. You look excited, nigga. Go ahead.
Nah, I thought May was gonna start. You want to start?
Yeah, I'm quick. Old Atlanta easy. Lil Jon, Pastor Troy, Lil Scrappy. What the Knock If You Buck Chicks?
Them niggas was trash.
Used to rock though. In that time, Truville, when Truville came out,
It was a different feel. I ain't gonna lie. Crunk music time. I went to a club in Atlanta and literally nothing but girls in there. Niggas rather run into each other, but it was a different vibe in that crunk scene, bro.
Man, the crunk music had niggas like the West Coast niggas.
That's what niggas was saying hip hop was dead though.
They brought it back. And
That's
even
New York niggas mad.
And the crunk music was just part of it. The trap music came hard too in the old Atlanta with Jeezy, Gucci.
Is that
T.I.?
No, Gucci New Atlanta, yo.
No, Gucci.
Alright, so what's the line of demarcation? What we saying?
When Outkast dropped their first album.
No, I'm saying to what considers New Atlanta.
No, I'm saying when Outkast dropped their first album, I was trying to like, do we know? Can we?
When ATL came out, that's when you had
94. 94. So you gotta give something at least 10 years. Got to.
So 94.
And trap music came out within them 10 years.
94 to 04 is old Atlanta. We gotta give it that because at that point we got 14. We got 04 to 2004 to now 2020.
So when you say like
time.
Scrappy and Lil Jon,
That's
like
old Atlanta.
The 05, alright.
That's old Atlanta.
So I'm gonna say New Atlanta is everything that came like Gucci and
04
07
on.
and newer. Not 04.
Gucci was already
Alright,
there.
so let's give them 94 to 07.
Boom. Alright, that's perfect. Nigga, I'm going with New Atlanta. Now, and
I
I know
feel with you.
I know they got Outkast and I know they got Goody Mob, but other than that, I ain't like none of them niggas. Yo. I ain't like
Tip, you ain't like Jeezy? You ain't like
I like Tip, but I ain't like
You ain't like Jeezy? You ain't like Gucci really came out with old Atlanta.
I ain't like
Birth New Atlanta.
Man, like Luda had one of the biggest songs in Atlanta.
Like that shit, yo.
I always respected Luda.
Luda had Disturbing the Peace. Them niggas was rock. You wasn't on that move.
I ain't gotta say one better than this. They both great.
I fuck with Thug. I fuck with Quan. I fuck with.
But
then again, I'm tripping.
As weird as it sounds,
because
it's really closer than what we acting like.
Outkast, though. Outkast might be enough to outweigh all that new shit.
Exactly.
Little John, that crunk movement was that movement.
JID though, JID got bars, yo.
Man, New Atlanta got a lot.
I mean, New Atlanta.
It's not even just the rappers; it's the producers. It's the whole feeling of music.
Don't even be.
Let's be real. New Atlanta don't even have like quote unquote their own sound. They mimic kind of other places.
Man, Unbiased World, man. Y'all again, as you can see, we unsettled our damn self. Another question. Moving on,
fellas.
Ooh, this one might be a little tough.
What's that?
It didn't specify it. It just says Beyonce or Rihanna.
Fat Rihanna, skinny Rihanna.
So you looking at it as looks. We looking at the overall package.
I'm gonna let them go. You already know what
overall package.
Overall package. So that's
all right, I'm gonna do
music.
Because Buddy said earlier, like, if he could be an athlete, which one would he rather do?
Right.
He chose NBA player.
You say that shit on the
No, I ain't saying no crazy.
No, say something crazy.
I'm saying if I had one night just like to hang out, ain't on no funny shit, I would rather be around Rihanna than be around Beyonce. So I'm gonna take Rihanna.
My comment is gonna be crazy because I don't want to disrespect Beyonce. I be into, I'm into like the media shit, yo. Beyonce be lit, yo. She be drunk all the time. I think I would have just as much fun with her out, but I'll be bigger than that. I'm going off fucking the careers. And it's kind of, she older than Rihanna, but well, Queen B, man. To me, I don't want to say it's a landslide because it's disrespecting Rihanna. She still is like rising. Rihanna just like 30 or something, like 31 maybe. So like, man, I ain't trying to diss the other to big up the one, but I'm going with B.
I'm taking Rihanna easy. 10 times out of 10, I'm taking Rihanna.
400.
Rihanna's net worth, her empire that she's built Rihanna is the richest female artist in the world. That means she built her music catalog.
Better than B's?
Is successful.
No.
Better than B's though? That's what I'm saying. You keep talking money. That's why I want to show both respect.
What you talking about? Money is everything that everything Rihanna touches has literally turned to gold. She became a entrepreneur in this business. She's grown.
Facts.
Rihanna's great. I take Rihanna over B. And I know the Beehive loves it. The Beehive loves it.
Rihanna on B. You either gonna break it or keep it.
I'm going with Queen B, man.
And to tell you the truth, I think Rihanna has some better music than B at times.
See, I told you earlier off camera you should say something stupid.
I'm just being
you say something stupid.
Oh, I just think overall icon status, man. Granted, and trust me, we're not trying to pit the women against each other. That's just a question.
It's competitive, man.
I think icon status, man. I think Beyonce is. I think she on. You could even argue her versus Michael Jackson type shit.
Facts.
So let's be real though.
Facts. That's the type shit I'm on.
But look, let's
straight up, nigga. Straight up.
Fuck all that. Beyonce hijacked Frankie Beverly and Maze. I'm never gonna forget.
And her version is picking up on steam out of years.
And not to
come on anywhere.
Not to like downsize anything.
You gonna find yourself like
Beyonce has been on solid foundations her whole career with Destiny's Child success,
so
Mary and Jay-Z, Solange is in the industry. Rihanna's really been flying solo and built her empire.
She always been tied to hold, but
ain't nobody going against Ree. But once again, another tie.
Now this one was more so specific. This one was a specifically worded question. Who is a better mogul? Who has been a better mogul? Jay-Z or Puffy Combs?
Well,
you can start.
I'm with my man Mace on this. I wouldn't sign to neither one of them niggas, so I don't know and I don't care. Them niggas is foul.
So that's a no choice. I always idolized Diddy, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Growing up in 5th grade, I thought I was Puff. But I gotta give it to Jay, man. I feel like Tavon said something to me off camera, and I was like, yeah, Diddy did have a head start. And I feel like in hip-hop world, for both of them niggas to turn 50 last year, for Hov, because like to me, that is hip-hop. Like them two niggas, like with Pac and Biggie died, like you got other people, but to me, them two is like that. And for both of them to be in a race to a Billy, and Hov get it, like he was trying to do with Rihanna and Beyonce, I gotta give it to Hov for that. But when we look at hip-hop, I feel like Diddy might have gave us more. If that makes sense. That's a different conversation. It's a different conversation.
I get where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that point. But on the mogul status, I'm gonna take Hov as well.
But no, if I had to pick one, I would. No.
You feel like that?
No. If I had to pick one, I would pick Hov because to me, Hov's silence is more powerful than Diddy's. Diddy's so loud that Diddy's success doesn't even match the shit he talking about.
That's a great point because people say that Hov got foul business practices as well, but the fact that he don't speak on nothing kind of give him more.
They took Sparks Publishing for the I Just Wanna Love You joint.
Damn.
And I'm not, but like I said, Hov's silence.
Let me say this.
That's
so
much more.
I mean, you can't break the tie, but I know who you're gonna pick.
I came into this game wanting more paper than Puff. Now I realize Puff paper ain't enough. Last week, Bleak Puff paper up. Beans buys Bentleys every week.
No, that's a big ass bluff though.
That's hard.
That's hard. But Bleak damn sure ain't Puff paper up.
That's exaggeration. No, I'm gonna say this though.
That whole landslide.
Two things though. I'm gonna say this. I feel like Jay-Z over his, mind you, they both very close to a Billy. But if you look at their portfolios, the larger percentage of Puff's net worth is due to
Sean John
and Ciroc. Sean John and Ciroc. I feel like Jay-Z.
Same thing with Hov.
But no, Jay-Z, his I think his shit more well-rounded, yo.
Jay-Z got art.
Yeah, he got 40-40. He had the
art
title.
Puff had restaurants. Puff had clothes. Puff, man, they both the same. Both the same.
But either way, but
that's what makes Dre that. Because that nigga make one move and he was right there in the conversation.
But even, that could have so many different sub layers. It could go. You could say Bad Boy versus Rockefeller, Rockaway versus Sean John.
We'll leave it at home for Diddy.
There's so many. But I'm gonna say this. I would rather, how I make my decision, I would rather work for Jay-Z than work for Puff.
And that's just off history of what you know.
I would rather, like I said in my last joint, I would easily rather hang with Puff than Jay. Puff like dancing, having fun, throwing parties. Jay's
and you know what's so crazy about that?
I'd rather be out and dance and enjoy myself.
You know what's crazy about that though? That sounds so fun, but I feel like being around Jay, I'm gonna get.
How the fuck are we still talking about these niggas?
Hold on. I feel like being around Jay, I will get more game than being around Puff.
You talking about game? I'm talking about a day and just enjoying.
You just want to have fun.
Yeah,
Jay can get you set up for life.
When you got $1 billion, find
Jay ain't setting nobody up for life in a day.
All right, we're gonna go to a little speed round so we can get out of this segment. But no, it is what it is. This or that.
Yeah, this nigga, buddy, yo.
I'm gonna kick off this one with Made. Fresh Prince or Martin?
Martin, easy.
Martin, but Fresh Prince or Martin?
Martin landslide.
But can I say something about it after you pick?
I'm gonna say this. Come on, I'm gonna fuck the game up with this one. At its peak, at its very best, nothing is better than Martin. But I'm gonna go on a limb and say this, yo. I think Fresh Prince had a greater run than Martin, yo.
Fresh Prince was a more of show of acting. It had fucking emotions drawn and shit. I can't, and I'm gonna ask all this is so off record, but I wanna ask.
So why the fuck
can you name me a serious Martin episode?
Yeah.
Give it to me. Really serious.
When him and Gina broke up.
He lost my bird.
When him and Gina broke up, it's meant to be serious.
When Tommy died.
Yo, the nigga in the cast, the nigga that was give me a real Will Smith has episode. That's what I'm saying. Martin, because Martin to me stands out because it's so many classic moments. We rather laugh than to cry, be emotional. But Will Smith really was acting on that
Martin was funnier. Then I guess Martin was funnier. Fresh Prince was a better show.
Fresh Prince would have won an Emmy.
I'm not even gonna say that shit.
I ain't saying that shit. That shit was
I ain't
corny.
either. I think Will tried too hard.
Shit, they work in Hollywood. It's corny.
Martin funny was just everyday funny.
Y'all gotta settle that one. Moving on.
Ain't no damn settlement.
Yeah, I think it's been chose Martin.
All right, then.
But I just had to give Will Smith his props.
Because y'all gonna have me as a nigga on camera voting against Martin, but I'm gonna go on a limit.
Yeah,
only
Martin,
reason because he is. But this is the thing. That last season of Martin
trash.
was trash.
It was worse.
Will never had.
Season 5 and 6 of Fresh Prince.
It was trash.
Doo-doo.
Can I say something?
When they switched to him,
this is another reason why I picked Martin.
I don't know. If you said, can I say something, nigga? If we told you no, was that gonna stop you?
Nope. Honestly, y'all remember watching Fresh Prince live? Like I remember sitting in front of my TV waiting for Martin in New York undercover. You was like waiting like for Fresh Prince to like come on live. I don't remember that.
I thought like he said on that.
What days it came on?
I
really don't remember that.
The man.
Yeah, me too.
I swear to God, y'all, I really felt like I was watching like this shit later. Like I don't know why Fresh Prince felt like it to me.
When Fresh Prince switched Aunt Viv, that show went down the drain.
All right, next one, man.
I wouldn't quite go that far, but it was still tripping. But remember the episode when they put the cash down their pants? That shit was tripping. They was in a cave or some shit. I don't know, but
See, I don't remember that shit.
Now, they had some dope episodes, but fuck it.
What's the next one though?
All right, next question. We're gonna keep it in line with this, following up on that Fresh Prince question. Will Smith versus Eddie Murphy.
I'm gonna start it off.
Go ahead.
Will fucking
You're
Smith.
dumb. Me, as you were saying, sir?
I don't even know why this is even a fucking discussion.
I wish we could talk more.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck what aliens Will uncaught. I don't give a fuck about the Wild Wild West.
I don't care what grandmother he played or what auntie he played first Tyler Perry. But niggas hate Tyler Perry.
Will Smith will
Explain
never,
that to me.
Will Smith will never have a Eddie Murphy movie. He will never have a Coming to America.
He has better movies.
What? And it's all opinion. So
Will Smith will never have better sequels.
Okay, Coming to
So you
America.
pick Eddie, I pick Will. Who you pick?
Coming to America is great.
Fucking
But
classic.
But Eddie also got shit like Dr. Dolittle too.
Will Smith will never have Boomerang. GOAT movie.
That's like saying Eddie would never have Independence Day. Does he have any action films besides 48 Hours? And Beverly Hills Cop?
I was fired.
That shit is that shit is funny.
Coming out of the baby 57
Both of them, to me, that's why I say I don't want to diss one by bigging up the other. Their careers is kind of similar. SNL ain't fucking Fresh Prince, but they started on TV.
Eddie Murphy is
Well,
funny
more
than
so
Will
stand
Smith.
up.
Eddie Murphy.
Will Smith ain't a comedian, but he's funny.
How the fuck he ain't a comedian?
He's never been a comedian, he's an actor. Martin's a comedian.
Listen.
Eddie Murphy is funnier than Will Smith. Eddie Murphy's a better actor than Will Smith.
Fuck
Eddie
you,
Murphy
guy.
got.
Eddie Murphy not a better actor
But
than
this
Will
is
Smith.
another time. This is another time.
Tripping.
What?
Oh, we should have a whole
You never
conversation
seen
about
Mr.
this.
Church.
Look at the movies you naming. That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, nigga, crazy.
But so is motherfucking 7 pounds. So is motherfucking.
Jimmy
Come on,
Curley,
man.
nigga. That nigga was.
Will Smith had some of the worst movies
Will Smith
in
got
history.
movies by himself.
He got some of the
nobody
worst.
else in it.
He got some of the worst movies in
You're
history.
acting to his fucking top notch status.
Men in Black 2 and 3 was trash. 1 could be trash.
That just
Will
was-
Smith got some of the worst movies ever.
And Eddie Murphy don't.
Gemini Man trash.
Eddie Norbit's trash.
Norman
was not
That shit's
Right.
garbage.
Norman wasn't fired.
So corny humor is classic.
Buddy Love wasn't fired.
That's Nutty Professor. When did I say Nutty Professor wasn't
I
fired?
asked you a
No,
question.
that's what you do with your cross. That's what your cross examining
And
shit.
you talking about him? You talking about him dressing up as a woman and shit?
No, I didn't say that to diss him. I've heard niggas in this room talk bad about Tyler Perry movies when Eddie has done that before Tyler Perry. And we talking about Eddie don't have bad movies. Tyler Perry don't have a fucking studio. The Eddie's shooting Coming to America too in his studio. So he's already surpassed Eddie Murphy, depending on what we looking at.
No.
You could have never beat him. Come on, what we talking about?
All right, buddy.
Nigga just shot a movie on his studio. He said he could never beat him.
Okay.
Tyler Perry could never be.
This one is obviously very.
And Eddie Murphy can never beat Will Smith at the box office. It's a reason why he's so
Crazy. That's the point.
Google it right now so y'all can prove yourself wrong. Who made more money at the box office?
Let's
After you prove yourself wrong, just say it on camera. Google it.
40 hours. Another 48 hours.
Who made more money at the box office? Will Smith or Eddie Murphy? What y'all gonna put on? Put it on the table.
Who had more movies?
All right, now you changing the conversation. Who made more at the box office? I made a simple statement. Bet either one of
You
y'all
can't
will.
do it like that though. He got.
Now we can't do it like that.
Let's be real.
Only reason I did it like that because they just both said, Eddie got him at the box office. Now they want to change the conversation.
You gotta go per
Let's move
movie.
on.
But you also gotta look at
So Eddie got a movie that made more than one movie? Let's do one movie. Let's do one movie. Let's do one movie. Pull up Eddie's biggest. And how much you want to bet? Oh no, because this nigga about to pull up some Shrek or shit.
Life is better than
No, Will still might win.
Will Smith never
Let's
had
move
a
on.
life.
Let's move on. Now let's talk about. You see the statements these niggas be making?
Nah, he might have got me. I'm over to Eddie.
Will don't got a life.
I'm
He
over to
don't
Eddie.
have a
I'm
life.
over to Eddie.
What movie Will
See,
Smith had that's like
I'm not gonna stoop to your level to try to diss Eddie Murphy.
Lie.
I ain't even gonna do it.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna do it.
I'm over to Eddie. So we got 3-1 Eddie.
I ain't gonna do it.
I'm
Will don't got a life.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Will don't have a life.
Bad
Who
boy.
gonna have Sean
Bad boys.
What we
First
got?
bad. All right. So next
Eddie
question.
don't have Ali.
He got the shit he
But
just
don't
did.
like.
Right, nigga. Yeah.
That's something I
Next, please.
All right. So
It take a nigga like him to say it for you to even think about being
Who
wrong.
gonna have concussion with the worst accent ever? Concussion was horrible.
Yo,
Will got some horrible
All right,
movies,
so
yo.
this one-
Nigga changed the NFL.
This is a general life question. I don't know who I want to start with on this one.
Start with yourself.
All right, I'm gonna start with myself then.
Let's go down the line.
The question was, which one's better, we're not supposed to be doing this sex, or we should have been did this sex?
As in, don't nobody want to answer?
You first.
All right, so in my former life, I would have. Now, in all honesty, I'm gonna go with that long overdue. We should have been did this sex, as far superior actually, because
He say false superior.
no, straight up, because that we ain't supposed to be doing this sex. That give you, you might have other shit on your mind. You might not perform to the best of your abilities, but whereas you going in with that, we should have been did this. You try and prove a point. You got, a little more excitement. You got nothing to worry about.
You know why I never like that? We should have been did this, because if it's trash, I'm so mad I wasted my time being here.
And with that, you could be over anxious
And go right out.
You
got it right. You might
you
go right
waited
out.
for too long.
Shut up, Bob.
So I'm gonna go with we ain't supposed to be doing this sex.
Buddy.
I really only have on purpose sex, so I guess I'll go with. I guess I'm gonna pull a maid and say sex is sex. I'm gonna go with both.
No, nigga, answer the fucking question.
What was the options?
Yo, this nigga is fucking nuts.
Yo, you psycho for real, yo.
Told you all the time. Niggas think I don't talk to talk. What was the options again?
His shit is on purpose.
The nigga say I have on purpose sex.
Oh, schedule.
Like, nigga, who the fuck has accidental sex?
I don't know.
No, he do be having shots on his calendar.
March 14th, I'm there.
No, he really didn't say that. Nigga said, I don't want
Hey,
go too far.
I'm different.
This nigga said, yo, but
I can't wait till April. I'm like,
It's November.
I be chilling, man. I be chilling.
this nigga got his calendar.
But because it's in the past now. The nigga said, when was the last joint? He was like, boy, yeah, I got a joint coming December 14th. And then she came, and nigga ain't getting no ass.
And I was good with it.
not at all.
But then
So there's pictures, taking pictures together.
yo,
It's
you like,
crazy.
who the fuck took the picture, bud?
Tell I just set the
I don't
camera.
have no more comments, but yeah, this nigga buddy is off the fucking
Yeah, he is,
chain,
bro.
man.
This shit might have more than niggas here.
But you answer
But this shit is hilarious.
No, but you answer it though. But you answer it.
Did you answer the question?
I did.
On purpose.
All right, well, for Bud,
I said
we're gonna switch all right,
we
so
should have
Bud.
been did this.
All right, so Bud, I'm gonna switch
Because to
up.
me, that's like the motherfucking like friend you always wanted, and it's like, damn, we finally did it.
Nah,
I don't know that.
for me, it's 100%.
Drunk and then
That they
she
drunk
be
the worst thing ever.
the most
Yo.
unattractive shit
It's
in
the
the
worst
world.
thing
I be
ever.
like, dang, do I act like this when I'm drunk?
Feel like
Worse.
feel like I'm taking advantage.
10 times worse.
Maybe
Because for us, it's really a privilege that this girl is even like, she's willing to be drunk enough around us. We do it, we completely are fucking just whatever.
I'm gonna take makeup sex for the simple fact I'm kind of weird. Like my girl get mad at me, that shit just make me horny. like if she mad,
And I'm the sick one.
Listen, like if she mad, and I know she like got like legit reason to be mad at me. Yeah.
Right when you're in the kitchen, girl, bring that ass here. Stop
Yeah.
playing with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that makeup sex is different. So yeah.
I don't like drunk women, yo. Like when girls.
And I don't like being too
drunk.
drunk either. Like for me, yo, it depends what I've been drinking. Like certain shit, like whiskey dick is a real thing. Like if I'm drinking like Jameson or some shit.
We naming dick now?
No.
I thought
They
it was
say
only Henny dick. I never heard no other.
Gin dick is dangerous.
Y'all niggas-
First, we gotta pause this.
Y'all acting like niggas is talking about taking the.
No, we got.
Niggas Marines gotta go
What
there.
I was saying was that when you
You the one said gin.
He just said whiskey dick.
Okay, I'm off him right now.
The same nigga that said big dick busker just said whiskey dick. You ain't gonna make this about me.
There's too many words now around.
We all got dicks. Y'all niggas gonna kill that old fake ass gay sensitivity shit. Dick. The fuck? Niggas not in 2020, nigga. What the hell?
and we
Let's
call
keep it
that
going.
and we call that segment this or that.
You call that?
No, but the nigga said that gin dick is dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
Because I acted like a person that I'm not.
No, but that's what
It
we
was
call
bad, bro. I ain't raped nobody.
Yo.
I just said I wouldn't act like myself.
oh, that's
Hey,
enough right there.
Yeah, and like I said, man, we call that segment this or that. That's just how we have a little bit of fun with y'all, man. But we need y'all to weigh in. Please, it's very vital to this segment that you guys come in and help settle some of these debates, man. I'm Boyz Podcast. We got more to come. Unboxed Podcast, man. We about to close this thing out. You know how we do, man. Every week before we get out of here, we always like to give people their flowers while they can still smell them, man. We very much believe in that. We call this segment, This Is How We Give It Up. So, without further ado, man, I'm going to kick it off. My man, Made 5K.
Right.
Who you want to shout out, recognize this week?
Well, this week I'm going to shout out a whole league. I want to shout out the NBA because what they shown when Kobe died, from the 8-second violation, from the 24-second violation to everybody in the NBA, coaching staffs wearing Kobe's, like, they just show how much integrity that league has. And not to downplay any league, the NBA to me is the best league in sports for athletes, everything. The NFL's not like the NBA, and they just proved it once again. So shout out to everybody in the NBA, everybody that, you know, showed a lot of love just to one of their fallen soldiers. So I'm shouting out the NBA this week. Who you got, bud?
Piggybacking off you, because I honestly didn't have one at first, but I just thought about what I thought about most lately. And I'm going to give it up to Gigi, Bryant. And I know we only give it up to people that can smell their flowers why they can give it. We did that with Martin Luther King, but I'm going to say why. And this is why I feel like people will get it. I feel like what's going to come out of that tragedy, at least what I'm hoping for, a lot of young girls going to be inspired to pick up ball and go harder and do certain things. And I just think that she always, this is a different question I'll ask at a different time, but I'm going to give it up to Gigi Bryant, man. I feel sorry for her dying, but I feel like hopefully that encourages young girls to go get it, man, and live your life to the fullest. Be what you want.
I ain't really got nobody. Ain't that crazy?
Not really.
I know, right? Go ahead. Come back to me, Chad.
All right, fair enough. Well, for this week, obviously it's the first episode of Black History Month, and huh? Oh no. So in recognition of that, believe it or not, I'm gonna give it up to my son's school, man. I'm gonna give it up to Northview Elementary in Bowie, only on the simple fact that my son has come home every day this week just telling me random facts on some Black History Month, you know. And like, he came home today and said, Daddy, you know, we can't really get mad that they gave us the shortest month for Black History Month. It's random. I'm like, why? He's like, because it's better than what it was. At first it was just a week. It was called Negro History Week. So now at least we got a whole month. My son is in second grade. That one blew me a little bit.
It's
so
glass half full.
So you know what I mean. So and not even just that though. It's just that, you know, even when we were young, we would maybe do a project in social studies or touch on it here or there in language arts, but it wasn't like it was a constant focus, right, where we were learning like the actual truth and what I would call like deep rooted, you know, right, Black history, like actual Black history. It was a lot of that surface level shit that we learned. So I want to definitely give it up to the whole PG County Board of Education or whatever, public school system, for their focus on Black history. They doing a lot, so shout out to them.
I was thinking about going Black History Month anyway, but today Rosa Parks' birthday, so shout out to her.
Okay.
So,
what's that for?
Everybody moves.
So you can give it up to Outkast because Rosa Parks dead, or you can take a buddy move and give it up to.
No, I'm giving up. I'm gonna take a buddy move.
That's fair. You can pull a buddy. We call that pulling a buddy.
I'm gonna pull a buddy and give it up to somebody that's dead. But
I done did this shit 2 weeks in a row. We gotta call a nigga out on this. But man,
I ain't gonna lie.
My last words, man. We gonna. If you want different results, you gotta come up with a different plan. That might be it for me. What about
That's
you,
some real shit.
Come back to me, please.
No, I'm gonna piggyback off that because I actually wrote some shit down that was on some old philosophical shit, but it's basically the same thing you just said. I was gonna say, you know, in life, man, one thing I learned is that you cannot you can't alter the winds that you might experience, right, but you can adjust the sails, man. It's like a sailboat. You just go back, adjust your sails, and navigate that path that the winds carry you on. So it's a long, roundabout, metaphoric way to say you gotta adapt, bro. That's my final words.
I know what I was gonna say. Something I wrote. Any moment can be your last, so leave a lasting impression every moment. Mama mentality. All 2020.
That's what you got.
That's all I got. That's all I got. You?
It's hard work being this good, man.
It's hard work, man. It's good.
It's
And there
hard
you
work
have
being
it.
this good.
And there you have it, man. This is the
Stay true to yourself, man.
Stay true to yourself.
Stay blessed.
This is the Unbiased Podcast, episode 8, man. Signing off. Again, please like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, please engage, man. 1.